Good afternoon and welcome to the latest episode of Print21, the weekly video news bulletin for the Australia and New Zealand print industry. This episode is sponsored by Ball & Doggett, Australia's largest supplier of printable materials and of press room consumables, and now supplying wide format equipment as well. Kevin Pidgeon is the new president of Print's peak industry body, Visual Media Association, with Matt Aitken, the current incumbent, stepping down after 8 years in leadership roles in the industry. Pidgeon is executive chairman of one of the country's leading commercial print operations. That's Melbourne-based Lithocraft, and has been with the company for the past 46 years. He was formerly deputy president, a role which is now taken by Stuart Fish from the Label Factory, and he was previously secretary. He'd been in that role been in that position, Fish, for 4 years. Kirsty Woodhead from Bream Printing has now been elected by the board to be the secretary, with Rodney Frost from Lamson Paragon Group retaining his role as treasurer of the association. Simon Bailey from Ive Group general manager in New South Wales, he's been elected to fill the casual vacancy and will join the team. VMA says the new board represents all sectors of print. Aitken had been president of the VMA for the past 2 years, following significant industry board director roles with his initial appointment to the former Print and Visual Communication Association, that was the PVCA, in 2016. Then he was treasurer, deputy chair and chairman, and he's also been involved in the Australasian Catalogue Association and the chair of the Real Media Collective. Aitken has overseen significant evolution across his leadership time of all the industry associations he's been involved with, including, but not limited to, merging several organisations to form a single strong peak industry body. That's the Visual Media Association as it is today. He's also credited with building board diversity and skill set unmatched in previous history of the board and current practice across the industry was another significant achievement. Double-digit year-on-year membership growth has been achieved under Aitken, together with engagement and stability, and through the COVID crisis he was also credited with bringing that stability. Aitken said having given 8 years of service to the industry, as well as supporting 2 major mergers, initially with the ACA and TRMC, and then TRMC with PVCA to form VMA, I now feel it's the right time to step down, and for the board and the association to enter its next life cycle evolution. Organisers of the Visual Impact Trade Show in Brisbane said it outstripped their expectations, with visitor numbers up by 20% and a slew of sales recorded from the show floor. Final numbers are still being tallied, but initial indications are that almost 2,500 print people visited the show over the 3 days it ran. That's up by a fifth compared to its last outing in Brisbane back in 2018. And it bucks the trend around the world actually for trade shows where trade shows and expos where diminishing numbers have been the case. Drupa in fact was down by a third. Most who attended were, as expected, from around the Brisbane and Queensland state. However, there were also a good number of people from New South Wales and the Northern Territory. Visitors also attended from as far afield in fact as Perth, Melbourne and New Zealand. With many arriving on Thursday or Friday, of course, and taking the opportunity for a short stay vacation in the Sunshine State after the doors of the show closed. Print mail and fulfilment operation Universal Approach has secured the contract to print and supply all the official merchandise for the Australia Made campaign. The contract will see Universal Approach producing a variety of branded items, including stickers, swing tags, neck tags, pyramids, shelf wobblers, posters, notepads and banners, all with the green and gold kangaroo logo of the Australian Made campaign, and designed of course to certify authentic Australian made products. Most of the items will be printed at Universal Approach's new Dandenong South facility. That recently expanded to 1,620 square metres to accommodate the growing demand for universal services. The services include print, mail, packaging, storage and third-party logistics. Richard King, relationship manager at Universal Approach, said in regard to the yearly production based of the Australian Made campaign, based on previous experiences, millions of these items will be printed each year and they'll be put on products certified as made in Australia. Blue Star Constellation has claimed the Kiwi Pride in Print Awards Paper and Packaging Board category win for its stunning, as described by the judges, production of the 1839 honey cartons. The judges said the carton has been well executed in every aspect. It features beautiful fine design in the foiling, the embossing, to really enhance the honeycomb imagery. Judges said the die cutting and creasing are excellent, as is the double fold on the tuck flap, showing no signs of stress. Entries for this year's Real Media Awards have been extended until this Friday, 2nd of August, with 11 categories open, all aiming to celebrate customer achievements in the print and visual media sectors. Go to print21.com.au and follow the link to submit your entries, but you'll have to get a move on, due in on Friday. That's it for this week's episode of Play Print21, coming to you from Australia. This is Wayne Robinson signing off for another week. Go to print21.com.au for all these stories in depth and more. You'll find them on the industry's print news website. Thanks to our sponsor, Ball & Doggett. We'll see you next week.